Good morning everyone, or good afternoon, or evening, or whenever you're watching this. So I've been looking forward to doing this assessment for quite a while, since it is another chance to flex my filmmaking muscles, just in a bit more of a meta form. So in case you aren't aware, in the simplest possible terms, I'm making an educational YouTube video on the Russian Revolution, with some snappy editing, a few graphics and images thrown in for good measure, a touch of humor, and boom, we have learning without being boring. Now I know I could probably throw a bunch of documents up on screen here and go through all of the things I've already talked about in my statement of intention or journal, pretty much word for word, but that's not really the type of end product video I'm trying to make here. Instead I'll go through it in a bit more interesting way, with some passion. So despite what you're seeing here, I am seriously learning on the job. I have no history with any form of video production, script writing, editing, but I've always had a big interest in the craft of video making and the creation of content that is at once both interesting and engaging for the audience. The genre of YouTube film is pretty adaptive and really capable of allowing one slightly unhinged individual to talk at length about something a lot of people might find boring and instead try and make it fun. So let's get into the fun stuff, the challenges. I've had some pretty good fortune equipment-wise. I have easy access to a DSLR camera, a tripod, a powerful computer that can edit, microphones, an audio interface, and certain lighting. But there are some issues, of course. Firstly, my original scripts had pacing that would make the Lord of the Rings trilogy look concise. My abilities with the camera are pretty average. Turns out when you have a camera set to autofocus and you move around a lot, the shot goes out of focus. The biggest problem? Actually talking in front of the camera. Oh my god, without experience, talking in front of the camera actually sucks. And to prove it, here are some outtakes. I'm making an education... damn it. Damn it. Damn it. But that's not really the end type... Fuck. Fuck. That's probably why I seem so chirpy in this video. Talking in front of the camera is difficult business, but the more I do it, the easier it gets, and now I am officially the master. Nah, I'm not really that good yet, but I am getting there. My main video is looking like it's going to be pushing the 10-minute boundary, and based on the practice I've had with my other videos, I know that the final filming session for this assignment, next assignment, is going to be an absolute marathon session. So where am I at the moment? Well, aside from my lounge room, I'm currently polishing off the final changes to my script. To date, I've made one video for my micro project activity, this presentation video, and 2 practice videos for my final assignment using the scripts that I had at the time. One of those videos was to get good lighting, and another with a few minor script changes. I refined my skills like this for a few reasons. Namely, I wanted to get a lot more practice in front of the camera for the aforementioned reasons, to allow me to practice with a few different editing techniques, and primarily, to chop the video together and re-watch it, which was super important. Doing my project like this allowed me to identify specific parts in my original script draft that I really didn't like. I know this usually goes without saying, but the impressions that you get as a writer versus being a viewer are completely different, and fortunately, for the lack of a better term, my 2 original script drafts came out boring. Fortunately, I've been able to notice this and take the steps needed to spruce up my script and make it a lot more interesting. So that's where I'm at the moment. Things are going pretty well, and although my original plan has had to change for obvious reasons, none of the amendments have had to be overall major or catastrophic. I'm very optimistic. High distinction incoming. Thanks for watching, guys.